Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. I'm just here to pop down a very quick card for the day. So sorry if this is a little bit rushed. I'm quite short on time today, so I'm going to pop down a card for the day and I'll load this up onto YouTube this evening, as this card will take us forward into the next 24 hours. Let's have a look and see what we've got going on. Okay, so card we've got today is very interesting actually. So I just had this card pulled for myself. So it's a really interesting card, is the Justice card. It talks about all those things that it kind of says on the tin, really. Justice, it talks about balance, fairness, all of that stuff, of reaching a conclusion that is fair, and of you feeling like you have been treated fairly and that you have been treated justly as well. So it does talk about balance. As you can see, it's the scales there. So it often comes up when we're feeling a little bit out of kilter or a bit out of balance. But in general, it really is saying about the energy of the day being very much about feeling like you're treated fairly, or that you're going to be treated fairly. So really interesting card, and a really lovely energy for a daily card, because it's kind of about you getting what is fair and proper. You know, what goes around comes around, and all of those things. So it's a really fabulous card. In terms of the card for the day, I would ask you to focus on balance and of thinking about what you put in is going to directly affect what you put out. So, you know, if you go into the day with a bit of a crummy energy, you will end up with a bit of a crummy day. Whereas if you can go in and put in an energy of hope and of feeling confident, of feeling upbeat, finding something to focus on that is good, rather than focusing on your worries, then you will tend to manifest stuff that is better for you. So yeah, Justice is really interesting, a really interesting card to get for the day, especially for me. I've literally had it pulled out in a reading that I just had done for me about an hour ago. So it really is very on point for me, I would say. So hopefully it's on point for the rest of you too, because these cards that I do daily are not just kind of for my guidance, they're for everybody. So have the Justice card with my love, and focus on balance, focus on doing the right thing, focus on what you put in is what you get out. Be aware of that, be mindful of your energy today. Be mindful of putting in the right sort of energy. Okay, so just having a little shuffle with the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, just to see what I've got to go with this. I'm sorry this is a bit of a quickie today, but let's just have a little look and see what we've got. Okay. So I've got the Time to Go card, which is a little bit like the Eight of Cups, not completely the same, but this can talk about leaving things behind that are not very healthy for you, or leaving an energy behind that's not been very helpful for you. It's kind of, it does have a bit of a tinge of sadness, I think, when you've got like the time to go feeling, because sometimes we don't feel comfortable about leaving stuff behind, do we? We don't feel comfortable about changes. We don't feel comfortable about leaving something behind that, even though it might not feel brilliant to us, we're used to it. So it's a really interesting card that kind of just says, you know, just be brave and move forward with whatever energy is needing to be left behind. If something is not bringing you any joy, then what's the point of dragging it along with you? You know, if something is just doing your head in and giving you a pain in the neck, then, you know, let it go. If you can, just walk away from it. So it talks about, I've just had a quick look in the guidebook for this Wisdom of the Oracle deck. It's not a deck that I've been working with very long, so and I'm particularly drawn in this card, before I look at what the meaning is, to the door up here. So I'm more interested in what I'm walking towards rather than what I'm walking away from. And it's interesting because this comes up, these kind of flags that are going across the top. That to me looks like a finish line. I'm aware that what I'm doing is reading it from how I'm looking at it, but what I'm drawn to is that I'm almost over the finish line, and once I'm over the finish line I can head down there and get through that door, which is where I want to go. So it does talk about walking away from something because there's nothing left there. There's nothing left there to learn or to experience. So it's a really interesting card talking about moving forward. I want to focus more on the destination rather than what I've left behind me. It feels more like a future card rather than a past card. So it's more about what I'm walking towards rather than what I am leaving behind. So I'm aware that I'm having a little bit of a rush today, but that roundabout leaves it where it needs to be left, I think. Justice card talks about getting in balance and being fair, treating yourself well, and other people treating you justly and fairly as well. And the time to go card talks about moving forward, and I just feel like I'm looking more to the future now than the old rubbish that's been left behind. So I'm going to leave that with you for today. Once again, sorry it's been a little bit rushed. I will be back again tomorrow to do another little card for the day. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye for now.